some opening statements about the game and just how you would assess it.
Very disappointing. We didn't play like we should play and against a good football team. Western's a really good football team, and we knew that coming in, and that we had to play at our best to have a chance to beat this team. And again, we didn't do that offensively. Another week where we didn't produce like we should have. Very inconsistent, and again, you can't be that way against a team like Western. And very disappointing. We're bad at coaching and bad way we played.
Coach, we know that Western Kentucky is a pretty strong team this year. Nonetheless, this is the second least amount of points scored on the Western Kentucky defense and the most given up by the Western Kentucky offense while playing an FBS team. Is that mainly because the Hilltoppers are just hitting their stride this late in the season, or is this maybe something else going on now that the team is amidst a 3-game losing streak?
Well, I think Western's a good football team, and I know defensively they've been playing really well over the last 3-4 weeks. They've done a great job of taking the ball away again tonight. Got takeaways in this game, and they've done a great job of scoring points after takeaways. So the defense has been playing really well. The offense has been playing well all season. So, yeah, they're hitting their stride. But, again, we're on the flip side, we're not. I think our defense, again, they do some things well enough for us. When we just not capitalizing offensively, we're not doing our part offensively, and that's got to change, brother. We got to be better as coaches, and then we got to make sure we got the guys in there that can help us get the job done, whether that's freshmen or not. But we got to find that, and we're going to do a great job evaluating this film and finding out who those guys are. I challenge our guys at the halftime to go out and compete. Don't even look at the score. I want to see who's going to compete, especially offensively. Who's going to go out and play and compete the way we want to, and we're going to go with those guys as we move forward, because that's what we need, guys that's going to go out and play with passion and pride and the way you're supposed to play the game.
Coach, you got your 3 turnover mark, if you will, from the defense, but, like you said, you wanted to see some offensive players compete. Still didn't quite see that. Definitely better in the third quarter than in the first half, I would say, but what do you think was the main issue for the lackluster offense, especially in the rushing game? Because Johnny Ford seemed to be it, period, end all.
Well, again, I think in the running game, I thought early in the game we missed a lot of holes. There's holes there that we missed. I think a couple of times Johnny kind of ran outside, and the play wasn't designed to go that way. But like you say, he makes plays for us sometimes when they're not there. At the end of the day, we got to be better. We got to be better up front and being physical and moving people to allow those balls to go, and do a better job reading the holes and then and hitting them, and then better decision making with the quarterbacks when we do run RPOs and things when we should hand it off or when we should throw the ball. We got to be better with decision making, and it wasn't the way we needed it in this ball game.
Hey, Coach. We talked all week about how Bailey Zapp is that guy on Western Kentucky, and fair enough, he showed that with five touchdowns. How hard was it for the defense in their attempt to slow him down?
I mean, again, it was challenging, but it's going to always be challenging if you're not matching points and not allowing them to play not how they want to. We allowed them to get up, and it's easier to play offense when you're up like that. Everything is on the table, So, we got the ball back, but when you're not scoring on offense, it's tough on the defense. You got to try to keep up and allow them to get some rest or play where we can, where we're not playing left-handed and make them left-handed, and we didn't do that in the game.
Coach, we saw more of the same special teams problems that, we kind of saw over the last 2 weeks, and it feels like it was a little more amplified today, with the onside kick and a couple big returns. How frustrating is it to constantly have these same mistakes on the side of the ball that, can win or lose football games?
It's very frustrating. It's frustrating week in, week out, and seeing those things, and it's disappointing. Got to get it corrected. We're not coaching well enough. We're not playing well enough to win these ball games. And again, it all starts with me, and I got to make sure that we get those things corrected. I will say this is that had experience of getting teams out of these situations, and we will get out of this situation. And as we go into this next ball game, we're going to put everything we have into doing what we need to make sure these seniors go out with a bowl game. I mean, we got to stay there all night long, every day. Then that's what we'll do to make sure it happens. But we got to find a way to make it happen. We got to do a better job coaching, and we got to make sure we got the right guys in there to help us to be better. I mean, we got the guys we got. We got to find the right guys to help us get better for this last game.
Coach, is there a couple specific areas that you've seen from this game that you're going to emphasize in practice this week so, again, that you prepare for Middle Tennessee and you prepare to get these seniors out the right way?
Yes, every area on offense, every aspect, we be better at. And as a team, being better with these penalties, it's been really pissed me off these last couple of weeks. We've been losing football, and those things we can control when it comes to those penalties, and it just tick me off. I mean, we don't play it well, and then we play selfish with the penalties. Just, again, it's can't have it. I mean, that's losing football. And, we got to learn not to play losing football and learn to play through adversity when things get tough, not fold, but fight through it.
And what do you think it might be because I know a couple of times you guys did get to the red zone there after a couple of big plays, and it will be like a false start penalty. It will be a negative yardage play. I mean, what do you think is the issue there?
Well, again, I think it all comes back to focus. To jump offside, that's selfishly. You know the snap count, and you know the job you have to do. That just can't happen. And again, that's been our Achilles heels. And we got, like I said earlier, we got to find the right guy that's going to do it the way we need to consistently enough. And we're not getting that. We're not getting consistent play by anybody on that side of the ball, and that's the problem. And again, be a good offense, you need consistent play by everybody that's out there, and we're not getting that. So, again, it's my job and the coaches to find the ones that can play that consistently enough to get us in the end zone and do the things we need to.
Coach, we saw again today that Perry seemed a bit uneasy in the backfield. A lot of times because there wasn't a lot of time that he had to work with. But we even saw Tronte. When Nick came in, he kind of looked a bit uneasy. That drive he had, it started off well, then towards the end, and he had, 2 seconds to throw a ball in 3rd and long when Western rushed 3 guys. What do you think seems to be the fundamental issue when it comes to the pass protection this year, especially when you consider how strong that was last year?
I think it comes down to blocking, one-on-one, you blocking the guy and knowing who you have to block and then getting it done. And then we got to coach it better. I mean, it's not all the players. We got to be better as coaches and making sure if they can't do it, let's not ask them to do it. But then but when it's one-on-one, the play you talk about when they actually rushed 4, it was 3 up there, and they rushed D tackle they had running around. We should have blocked him. I mean, he came through there free, and that's frustrating. They only have 4. We got 5, 6 guys to block him. And again, I think sometimes that's lack of focus, and that's on us as coaches to make sure that we, I said before, make sure we got the right guys to help us. But it is very disappointing.
Coach, we saw Tronte come into the game late. Is Cozy Perry still the guy going into next week, or is there a conversation that needs to be had?
Well, like I said, we're going to evaluate the entire second half. Like I told you before, guys going out and compete the way I wanted them to. I challenged our guys to do it and told them I was going to evaluate it and make sure this last game we're playing with the right guys and the guys that's going to go all out and do whatever they can to make sure the seniors go out and play. And so that everybody's on the table when it comes to that. I know Nicosia was beat up there in the 3rd quarter and took some blows to his shoulder. And so he's a little sore and beat up. But that's for everyone. We got to put it all on the table and do whatever it takes for this last ball game to send these seniors out the right way.
All right, guys. Thank you. I'll talk to you on Monday.